There's there's fucking lag in this. There's
Hello and welcome to another
fucking
tutorial
lag in this.
video. Today we are in Streamlabs OBS and I'm going to be talking about how you can fix dropped frames within your stream as well as stream lag. Now, I'm going to preface this and this tutorial and say that a lot of this is dependent upon your network connection. Exactly kind of what I'm talking about. So once you're within, I think it would definitely make a positive difference. So a good rule of thumb for upload is that if you have 6 to 7 megabits a second, you're good to stream at 1080p. But anything less than that, you may want to go over to Video under Settings and then go to Output Resolution. And then you can see here you can drop that down to something less than 1080p, maybe 720 is something that you want to do. The base canvas resolution, it just depends on the monitor that you're using. I'm using a 2560 by 1440 for my main canvas monitor, but yours more than likely will be either 1920 or the one that I have here. So make sure that that correct monitor scaling is correct. And then if you need to go and actually take the output resolution, which is what people are going to be seeing when they watch your stream, and you need to change that, just depending on kind of what you have. If you have one of the new NVIDIA graphics cards, you can choose the NVENC option or even the new NVENC option. I would Google those, but normally you're probably going to want to use the X264 option. Basically what this is doing, I'm not going to get too techie here for you, is basically determining whether it's coming from your CPU or GPU as far as the stream goes. So I'd leave this X264, maybe tweak with that and see if that's going to give you, maybe you have a newer graphics card and then you can choose the NVENC option and that will help you kind of reduce the lag or the drop frames that you're getting. I'm going to leave mine at X264 right now. Under rate control, you want to go ahead and select the CBR option. That stands for constant bit rate. Now, bit rate is a big one. This is where a lot of the problems lie when it comes to people getting a lot of stream lag and dropped frames, is that they're setting their bit rate to something like outrageous, like 9,000 or 8,500 or even 10,000 and beyond. I would start at 4,000. So I'd start my bit rate at 4,000. And normally a good rule of thumb here is 5 to 7 megabits a second upload. You can normally set this to 4,000 bit rate for a 1080p output resolution and you are good to go. Now, if you on your upload have anything, 10, 12, 15, 25 upload, megabits per second upload, you can adjust this here and go anywhere from, 5,000 all the way up to 7,500 and beyond, depending on, again, your network connection. And a pro tip here, I highly encourage you to connect your streaming PC via Ethernet and not have it connected via a wireless network, because if it's connected via a wireless network, you're going to get a lot more interference than if you're going straight to the source there, being plugged in directly to an Ethernet connection. Also, this one, it seems like it's common sense, but you also probably want to make sure that, number one, you don't have a whole bunch of applications running on your machine. That can affect it, as well as the amount of devices that are connected to your network at the time. That can also affect it if different devices are pulling bandwidth from it as well. So play with your bit rate. Start at 4,000. If you see it is smooth and buttery smooth from 4,000, maybe go up in increments of 250 or 500 and see which one kind of gets you to that place where you are seeing some stream quality degradation, and then once you're there, then decrease it down from that to find that perfect bitrate number. But I definitely would start at 4,000 here. This number here is a big deal, and it definitely will have something to do with why you're getting dropped frames or stream lag. Everything else here, CPU usage, very fast profile, all of this stuff here you can leave the same. Now, in closing, there are other things that you can do outside of Streamlabs that might be affecting or you might can do to help you with your lag or dropped frames. I've already mentioned the Ethernet cable, eliminating other devices, but you could flush your DNS. Again, that's getting very techy. I would Google that to get a full tutorial on just doing that. And there are other things kind of inside the system where you can go and pull up like ipconfig and see kind of what's using the network at the moment, and then you can eliminate those if that's the case. But again, I would stick to these settings within Streamlabs OBS, figure out which ones are working for you, and then go from there. Also, a pro tip here. Please don't confuse lag and dropped frames with you just having a camera and audio source that are not synced. There are other video tutorials. I have one on my channel that'll show you how to sync your audio and video so it doesn't look like one of those old Japanese cartoons where the mouth is moving but the voice is either before or after.